right, guys, welcome back to another episode on Proven Power Cycles. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Eric. We got Daryl in the front, and actually, let me get Lewis real quick. Let me get Lewis over here real quick. He is working on a 2011, a super clean 2011 GSX-R1000, doing a valve adjustment, and he's actually reassembling everything right now. But going back to what we are focusing on today, we have a brand new 2024 GSX-R1000 on the dyno today. So as you guys can see, the bike is 100% stock. It has a stock exhaust, stock air filter, again, stock. Everything is stock. So what we're getting ready to do now, in our true fashion, we're getting ready to baseline the bike. So we're gonna see what this thing puts out exactly to the wheel on a completely stock setup. After we get done doing the baseline, we're gonna install a full Graves, it's a titanium, right? Yeah. Okay. And a Sprint PO8 air filter, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the full ECU flash and dyno tune. So I'm excited. I haven't done one of these in a little bit now, I'll admit. It's been a while, but between these and like the ZX-10, this is kind of our little specialty. This is kind of the bikes that, well, and I guess and the 14R, and kind of sort of getting into the boosters now too, but our knowledge, our library is growing. So, but these are one of our bread and butters. We love these. We've had several of these bikes through the shop, and we love them. They're fun bikes. They make gobs of power, really linear power band. They are a ton of fun. You know, one of my best friends, Brandon, he's owned several that we put together and we've set up, done different setups on, all making good power and everything. So we love these bikes. They're a lot of fun. I can't wait to get started. So let me get this thing warmed up and let's do some dyno runs.
Eric, what's the final number on that baseline?
155. That's stock.
What do you think it'll make now with this filter and a full system of tune?
186. After the tune, he's going to be 186 or 188.
Oh, dollar bets.
Dollar bet, 188.6.
All right, dollar bet. Final numbers.
188.6.
188.6. 183. Daryl.
182.
182.
Yeah, it's because you're a bunch of Cowie fans.
It's been a while since I've done one of these.
Yep. Cowie guys are undershooting that Super Nation.
So maybe what I'll do is I'll pull out just a little bit of throttle. I'm gonna say 184. Right now, here's the stock air box. Here's the stock air filter. And as you can see, it's got the grate, just like you normally see on all the other guys out there. Pretty restrictive air filter all in all. So now we're gonna throw in this Sprint PO8, or Daryl is. So that's gonna go in there. All right, guys, so we have the Gixxer down on the ground now, getting the exhaust installed. So Daryl just got done taking off the OEM exhaust, and here we are, as you can see. So all that stripped down. We've got the new system getting ready to go be put in, excuse me. We also, the other thing that we also do whenever we pull these exhaust systems, we know you don't have a lot of trunk space. It's taken up by the servo motor. We pull that servo motor out while we do the tuning, so at least you get some kind of little pocket in here. This looks like a GPS unit or something like that from the dealership. But all in all, you at least can put like your wallet or some extra stuff in here. These tails are tiny on these new bikes, so we try to give you at least a little bit of room. So Daryl's got it all removed. So what we're gonna do right now, he's actually gonna weigh it. So the stock system weighs in at 24 and a half. Let's see, whoop, nope. 24.7 ounces. All right, 24, wow, holy shit. 24 pounds, 7 ounces. That is insanely heavy. Remember the R1? The R1 stock system was what? 19 pounds. So the Gixxer, now this is gonna be for the GSX-R1000R, the GSX-R1000 and the GSX-R1000R. They have the exact same exhaust system. So your guys' stock system weighs in at 24 pounds, 7 ounces. That is a heifer. That's heavy. All right, guys, so now we have the full Graves titanium system right here, and we're at 8 pounds, 11 ounces. That is incredible. Seth, do some math for me. About 16 pounds worth of weight savings right there. That's serious. Yeah. Especially on a bike that's as light as this already. That's substantial weight savings. This already is off to a really good start. I'm really curious to see what this thing looks like all installed. It's a beautiful exhaust system. All right, guys, Daryl got this exhaust knocked out, and man, it looks fire. It looks so good. We are going to get this bad boy fired up. Go ahead, Daryl. Show us some check engines. So we're about halfway through with the tuning session, and you can start to see the coloring coming in here on this Graves pipe. It is beautiful. Bike's making pretty decent power. I was hoping for a little bit more, but all in all, it's doing well. It's still within a respectable range, with considering all he has done is the pipe and the air filter. Normally I can bump these numbers up with a few more little mods on the bike, but all in all, I think he's going to be absolutely thrilled with how much power this thing is making, and the smoothness of the throttle, the sound of the pipe, everything's all coming together. This thing is looking killer, sounds killer, and it's going to make some damn good power. All right, guys, we finally got that GSX-R1000 all taken care of. He's out the door, so let's analyze some numbers real quick. Let's go over it. We're gonna touch back on base on our guesses and who got the closest. All right, I don't know if you guys remember at the beginning of the video, but we do have some guesses on horsepower numbers. But for right now, let's analyze the baselines, and then we'll go into the final numbers. So the baseline we have here is 155 wheel. This was completely stock with the 74 pound-foot of torque. All right. After the Graves, the new peak horsepower is 158 and 76 pound-foot of torque. After the Graves and the Sprint, I should say, the Sprint P08. So, but look at this belly. Look at this jump right here. This is very impressive with the exhaust system. And if you notice, we were running insanely rich on the initial baseline, and that full exhaust system actually leaned it out very well right here in the mid-range. Going into top end, but we also have very lean spots on this new baseline, so keep in mind of that. And we have a very lean spot right here around this 10,000 all the way up to about 11.8. We have another pretty big lean spot, so this thing goes all the way up to 15.0 air fuel. That's very lean going into that high RPM range, so keep that in mind. But overall, this curve looks awesome compared to the stock baseline. All right, guys, so final numbers are 182.6 wheel horsepower and 80 pound-foot of torque for a full Graves exhaust system and the Sprint P08 air filter. And look at how much more gains we have with this tune now. This thing is gonna be a little rocket ship compared to what the guy was used to. 182 versus 152, so we picked up 30 wheel just from installing the exhaust, like from doing that and then including the tune now. So 30 wheel horsepower gain from flashing and tuning this bike. From stock, we have closer to what, 37, about 37 wheel horsepower jump. And this is at 13,000, about 13.2 roughly, 13.1, 13,100 RPM. So huge gains up top. And then let's say right here, we'll kind of take this nice little mid-range area. We were at 13.4 air fuel. So this is at 7,000 RPM. We picked up, let's see, 91 or 85, I should say, ultimately 85 to 98. So 13 wheel horsepower down low. That's massive, massive gains. So this thing is gonna absolutely rip. So very few mods to get to 182, almost 183 wheel for a GSX-R is honestly very, very good in my opinion. So normally when we throw a few little extra odds and ends, I normally get around 187 or so on pump gas. And then we'll make around 194, 195 on MR12 with like your typical kind of bolt-on mods without doing anything super crazy. That's usually what we see. So very stout numbers considering he just has an air filter and a full exhaust. You got it right with the numbers, with the guess. You said 182. It made 182.66. He guessed 183. You're over.
Anything over 5, round up.
You're over. That's classic betting. If you're over, you're out. I can't believe I said 184.
Yeah.
I was a little north, and then Brandon was hoping and dreaming. Yeah. Brandon was like, I love GSX-R. All right, so Daryl and Lewis, we'll say they'll split it. We'll just say they split that, but that's pretty dope. That's cool, man. That's good. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like this. We should do this more often. Anyway, guys, thank you for viewing. We appreciate everything, all the feedback you guys have been leaving, all the views, all the watch time, all that stuff. You know, thank you guys. It's helping support us and keep growing the channel, and it wouldn't be honestly thanks to you guys and everyone that helps me out get all this done. So I appreciate all of you out there, the viewers, the workers, everybody. So with that being said, we'll see you on another episode. Thank you. Subscribe, like, do all the things, please. See ya.